Welcome. Cadence 9 is pleased to provide you insights into setting up your digital marketing plan for social media and content marketing success. At Cadence 9, we work with franchise and multi-unit brands to implement technology to improve efficiencies for content publishing at scale across the whole organization. We are pleased to put our experience to work to expedite your marketing team's success. Making content and social media a central part of your digital marketing is no longer optional. It has become essential for every brand. In digital marketing, you have three ways to reach a consumer: through organic free platforms, paid activity, or user-generated content. At Cadence 9, we focus on technology, tools, and strategy to help you maximize organic results. To begin our conversation, let's define content marketing versus social media. Content marketing and social media are both components of organic online marketing. Content has become the cornerstone of online marketing and is widely used across all industries in today's marketplace. Content marketing is a marketing strategy fueled by the creation and sharing of content in order to attract, acquire, and engage a clearly defined target audience. Social media is more a real-time opportunity for engaging an online audience, highlighting key content or information you want that online audience to find, and a key networking environment to help keep your brand top of mind and shareable. To participate in digital marketing and know you are really adding value to your business, your brand needs to be confident in knowing what content topics to focus on, how much content to produce, and how to most efficiently get your content published for maximum online exposure. Trying to get to these answers often opens a can of worms for many brands. Today, we hope to help you answer these questions and more. We will also be taking a real-world look at what franchise organizations are doing industry-wide, and will detail a couple of optimum approaches that will save your brand a lot of time and trouble if you begin implementing the structures we will be discussing today as your best options. In our work with brands, here's what we're seeing. There's mostly mayhem in the management of social channels. Franchisors often have no visibility into the activity or value each business unit is generating with their social and content posting. Individual franchisees and business owners really don't know what to do and are looking to corporate for direction and help. Social media and content marketing are still relatively new marketing channels that are constantly evolving and changing. This explosive power and constant change also represent opportunity for greatness, but first you have to understand the medium and know the current status of your organization. In our work at Cadence 9 related to multi-unit and franchise businesses, we've identified 6 structures we see as most common. The first 2 scenarios you see detailed here are examples of the best case scenario for managing social channels as an organization. In example 1, there's a corporate website that refers website visitors to corporate social channels. There are also links or referrals to websites for each individual franchisee and business location. And then social links are available from the franchisee's individual websites to their individual channels. In this example, everything is in a contained, logical order, easy for site visitors to determine what they're looking at and how to connect through social networks at both a national and local level. Our number 2 scenario is another example of this best case scenario. There's a corporate site that refers site visitors to corporate social channels. The primary difference from scenario number 1 is that there are links or referrals to just sub-pages for each franchisee or business location, and social links for the individual locations are available from the franchisee subpages. So everything is still contained and easy for site visitors to connect in social media with both national and their preferred location or locations. Number 3 is really the same structure we just looked at with one exception. The brand has made a strategic decision not to create and maintain corporate social channels and to only promote social links for each individual location. This decision is not really right or wrong. It's simply a choice not to maintain national social channels separate from individual locations. These franchisors may still have programs going to support these by providing or managing content. They just don't have corporate channels as well. Scenario 4 is where we see things starting to go sideways for some brands. There is a corporate website that refers site visitors to corporate social channels. There are links or referrals to websites for each franchisee or business location, but there's not any representation of the Z social channels on these websites, but they do exist online. The problem is that in this scenario, there's no way for site visitors to find how to connect via social networks to the Z's. The only way they would be aware of social channels is to actually accidentally find them on their own online. The brand is not supporting a Z's online connection with consumers. Scenario 5 is the same, except Z's have subpages instead of websites. Still the same problem, with the brand not supporting Z's online connection to consumers. Scenario 6 is our worst case scenario where locations do not have any representation from a corporate site. So there is no opportunity to promote individual locations or that location's social channels. This structure is the worst case because the corporate website only has corporate social channels and no franchisee representation at all. Although this may have been a conscious decision by the brand to make their website structure easier to manage, no representation for individual locations is not user-friendly for visitors to the corporate site. We also find that each location having rogue social channels makes for a very disjointed brand message and presentation in the brand's social and content presence on the web. For scenarios 4 to 6, we usually find that the franchisor has chosen to let franchisees do their own thing in social channels. It might be true that the franchisor has given some rules or guidelines for what can and can't be posted, but they really are not able to monitor what's happening, and corporate is also not helping promote the social channels for each location. When this situation is occurring, we generally find that there are many channels that both the franchisor and franchisees don't even know about. For example, one client we are working with now had 25 user-generated pages living on Facebook with incorrect addresses and information. Corporate had no idea they were there because no one was monitoring channel status. Ultimately, my point here is that choosing not to have a strategic plan for your social and content marketing is not a good plan. If you ignore this aspect of your marketing, it will be much more work to clean up when all of your franchisees have been left to their own devices. Guaranteed. These 6 scenarios we've looked at are only the tip of the iceberg, too. We've seen over and over when working with these structures that most corporate marketing teams have no way of monitoring what's going on with franchisees, even when they believe they have put basic rules in place. They have no concept of how many channels their franchisees have created and how many are active or sitting out there dormant. If you're just starting down the social media and content marketing path, be sure you structure your web and social presence in one of the ways we've discussed as a best practice. And if you're already in a mess, be encouraged because you can still get control of it. Getting started should include a thorough assessment of where you are now to determine exactly where you want to go. Cadence 9 provides an online audit of all properties that your corporate and franchise locations have live on the web. Cadence 9 can help your brand keep control while still allowing franchisee involvement, or have corporate completely manage all social and content marketing for all locations. Making data-driven decisions as you're getting started means strategically determining which social and content channels you will maintain for your brand based on what's working and what is not, and of course, what amount of activity you can support with your current resources. The Franchise 360 report is a free report at the corporate level that provides a 90-day snapshot of all publishing and engagement activity across many social media and content channels. It provides a look at what content is being effective to engage your online audience and what could be improved. For most brands, we find that there's usually some confusion and trepidation about what they should be doing with and for their franchisees in social media and content. The first step is to determine what your general policies will be and how the brand will be involved. Then there's always the local versus national balance that must be considered, and whether or not you will budget from local and/or national funds to actively pursue accomplishing marketing goals with social media and content activities. It's really important to set franchisee expectations and put basic policies in place. Many franchisees believe that social media participation by the brand means it will help to fill their stores, like a coupon or a PPC campaign or special offer. This simply is not true. The point of social media and content marketing is to create an engaged audience of brand advocates that will be promoting and sharing their experiences with your brand, keeping it top of mind for themselves and their networks. This awareness and constant presence is what ultimately assists the sale. It's not necessarily always a direct driver. It's critical that you recognize that no matter what path you choose, your brand will be represented online. Even a choice not to participate is a choice, and a non-presence is as much a statement about your brand as any content you might post. Depending on the type of your business, non-participation may send a negative message to prospective franchisees investigating your franchise opportunity. For example, an accounting firm franchise prospect will not be as concerned about a lack of a Facebook presence as a fast casual dining concept prospect. But consider this: if you are the accounting firm prospect and you're down to making a final purchase decision between two brands, and you find that one brand has an active social presence and you can see positive consumer and professional interaction online, and you find nothing for the other brand, which one do you think you would choose? To answer the what to publish question, as a general best practice in content marketing, we use the idea of a 70-20-10 rule for the type of content and activity you want to be aiming for as an organization. 70% original content that your online audience will find engaging and share-worthy is the primary focus. Things that make your audience life better or evoke an emotional response are the types of content that should be 70% of what you're putting out. 20% should be you engaging with complementary brands. This is brands or influencers that have the same target audience. This can be done through participation in groups or by you sharing their content to your audience. Basically, to have a friend, you want to be a friend. 10% should be direct calls to action. This is full out product or service promotion, asking this audience to take action. For example, in a month of postings, let's say on Facebook, if you were looking to do 2 posts per day, you'd be approximately 60 posts. You'd have 42 posts aimed at being shareable, helpful content, 12 curated or shared posts from your complementary brands or influencers, and 6 direct calls to action. When to publish is more about strategizing for the times of day when you know the different types of posts or that your online audience is most active. For example, if you know most of your online audience is there on Saturday mornings, this may be the best time and the only day that you would want to publish direct calls to action. You will hear this continuing theme from Cadence 9. Data should be the driving force for your strategy and decisions for types of content, as well as all editorial calendar and post planning. As you work into a position of needing to be able to manage your social media and content marketing efforts at scale, you will find that integrating a technology will become a necessity. Cadence 9 has a proprietary software that is specifically designed to suit the needs of franchise business. Plan, publish, engage, and measure in a single solution. Marketing teams and franchise sales teams can use a single system and even allow franchisee and outside agency participation. If you're doing things right, technology will become a necessity and Cadence 9 should be your first call. Doing more publishing, engaging, and monitoring in less time is what C9 Prime facilitates. With our planning tools, complete team and group workflow processes can be accommodated in C9 Prime. When your editorial calendar is complete, convert your plan into actionable tasks and manage content creation and publishing easily by due dates and publish dates. At-a-glance calendar views detailing all tasks and scheduled publishing activity make it very easy to drill down to content items planned for each day. All task and broadcast publishing list views are available for print and export to Excel as well. This is extremely helpful when managing content planning for hundreds of locations. One of C9 Prime's strengths is the ability to publish content to large quantities of channels in a single step through what we call channel groups. These channel groups can be created to facilitate content publishing across variable platforms too, meaning a combination of WordPress, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, for example. The ability to preset publishing dates and times in C9 Prime means you can organize your social media and content marketing well in advance. Creating very manageable deadlines, workflows, and final checks and balances for your marketing team and external agencies results in better content controls and quality for your brand. C9 Prime provides cross-platform visibility into comments made on your published content. A singular login to be able to view and respond to comments is a huge time saver for marketing managers that are currently logging into multiple platforms. The ability to preset publishing dates and times in C9 Prime means you can organize your social media and content marketing well in advance. Creating very manageable deadlines, workflows, and final checks and balances for your marketing teams and external agencies results in better content controls and quality for your brand. C9 Prime provides cross-platform visibility into comments made on your published content. A singular login to be able to view and respond to comments is a huge time saver for marketing managers that are currently logging into multiple platforms. C9 Prime will aggregate information about users who are commenting on your content. You will see metrics related to every comment that users make in a single view. This information makes it easy to identify your most active brand advocates and allows you to reach out directly to encourage more positive interaction. Constantly be measuring. You'll learn more about what to measure using C9 Prime reporting. You get ongoing analysis of content performance by content category and campaigns, channel performance and engagement, and much more. You can even compare platform against platform content performance to determine where your time and resources should be spent for future publishing. You can teach franchisees what to measure, even providing logins restricted to view their own reporting. Review metrics on a regular basis for all locations as a whole organization from one central control system. And adjust your activities based on data. We hope these tips and tricks for setting up your brand for success in social media and content marketing have been time well spent for you. We invite you to start a conversation today with Cadence 9 to get your brand's Franchise 360 90-day snapshot of current posting and engagement activity. Simply request your report at cadence9.com. We look forward to speaking with you.